Remaking Tame Impalas, the less I know the better, in 1 hour. Drums first, just seems right. So we definitely need a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. He probably played this with a drum kit, considering that he is a drummer. So not a huge leap. I'm no expert at anything. What can we do? What can we do? So I'm gonna do a little trick. You have two hi-hat sounds. One sound is the accent, so it's a bit of a heavier sound, and the other sound is more like the supporting ghost note type sound. None of that is very good. I'm gonna play with no click, and then I'll just adjust the timing. That way I can get a more natural sound. I'm not very good at playing along with a click. It's really a very simple drum loop. It's almost a little disco-ish or dancey. Alright, that's a good basis, decent groove. We're gonna try to get the drum sound similar now. It's really smashed. I mean, everyone knows Tame Impala just crushes his drums. And I mean that. He uses a lot of compression to get that sound. They're really up front and they're really loud. Alright, so let's see what we can get with this. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do some more stuff to this. So I definitely want to add some distortion. I really like the little radiator. So that kick has a lot of room tone to it and a lot of space afterwards. I think it could go well to tie everything together. We're going to quantize it a little bit, 30%. Let's get things tighter. If there's anything else I'd want to do, it would be a little glue. I like this DAW cassette, and that can add a little bit more distortion as well. It's really pretty dry, the Tame Impala drum sound, so I might try to tighten up with a different kick sample. This could work. Right, and this is without that accent and hi-hat. And with it. So I feel like it just adds a little bit of realism. Like, I like to definitely imagine if I were playing it where the accents would be. Like, I visualize it. I think that really helps. Cool. I think we're good on the drums for now. I know he's got some like bell type keys. I'm going to figure out that sound. I've got something in my mind like the SQ8L. I know I could probably get a decent bell sound out of that, but it doesn't sound like he's using like a ton of bell. Let's see here. Free plugin, by the way. I highly recommend it. This is one of my favorites. So honestly, this doesn't sound that bad, but for now, we just want to focus on the main key part, which honestly might be a guitar, but I'm just going to do it on keys because we'll get the guitar for the backup guitar part, and it'll all be okay. Trust me. Do a time check. 38 minutes left. Oh shit, I should probably hurry up. I'm sitting here thinking like I have all the time in the world. The bell keys and whatever background keys behind it are playing the same chord, it sounds like here. I'm just going to try to figure this one out right now. Sound. All right, I think that's it. Let's roll with that, on ours. We'll try that. And there's a last one there. For some reason, I just wanted to put it up. I think that's it. We're gonna quickly find a bell. I know that there's a bell in here, so let's see. Clock bell, maybe? No. No, I really like that sound though. That could be. There's a little Max for Live plugin called Humanizer, and easily distributes the notes slightly so that they don't sound like they're all being played at the same time. It sounds like they're a little spread out. So I just gotta add that little part. I'm gonna try to find a better sound with the Dext. Dext is free too. I mean, I use a lot of free plugins because I'm not out here spending money left and right. That could work. What if we legato everything? So that is much more like what I'm hearing. It's definitely gonna have some reverb on it. So this is pretty much what we have. I think that sounds pretty good. Sounds like this guy hits the highest of the highs here. We love to hear that. We have 21 minutes left, which is not a ton of time. I'm feeling confident about this because we have 2 more parts left. We have this ding, 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 ding. It's like backup guitar, I think. And I kind of have to pee, but we're going to put it off. And then the lead. But getting the tone, it's really important to get the right tone on that lead. Distorted, fuzzy. We'll get there when we get there, you know? So we're doing the backup guitar now. I'm not expecting this to be anything crazy, but I mean, you really don't know. EG guitar. I think that's it. I think it switches. It's like... It's like a tongue twister for your fingers. I think that's it. So it just comes down to getting a good take. We'll loop it and we'll play until we feel like we have something usable. And hopefully it'll take less than 5 minutes. Alright, you could tell when they were playing it, when they recorded it, they weren't going for like something exact. Like they were just playing and doing these little variances that just come with playing a part and having fun with it and being interested, you know? And now I just want to quickly get a tone for that. It's definitely fuzzy. We'll compress it, number 1. And then I'm going to put distortion. I like this distortion 1. It's actually not that distorted, and it really is just the high end. So I'll just put a saturator on there. Honestly, okay. I'll put isotope trash. It's good at getting that fuzz sound, and we are going to use one of these fuzz options here. Take the wet down. It really needs like a room reverb, and I'm totally spacing on how to get that. Okay. Hybrid reverb. Pull it in. We're going to go just to the convolution side. Early reflections, that's perfect. Alright, 11 minutes. Alright, let's get this, that lead is played on bass guitar. I'm pretty sure because I just looked up a video of them playing it live because I was curious if it was a bass guitar. And he played it on bass guitar, so... I really gotta pee right now, which is kind of motivating me. Can't tell if it's a positive or a negative. We're just going to play along with our version here until we get enough takes to say that we did it. That seems doable enough, doesn't it? I'm tossing compressor on. And I'm going to put a little distortion on too. Okay. Fuck. Alright, I think we're gonna have to count that because I'm pretty sure I have 2 minutes left, which is not a lot of time. I have to go through this and find the best takes here. Okay. Time's up. Shit. It's the false sense of security that really got me on this one. I was like, an hour? That's no time, right? Until you actually get into it and you spend 20 minutes on the drums. Lesson learned, let's just say. Let's listen back. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna do a little mixing just because I can't help it as we go here. I think I did pretty good with the tone of the lead. I think there's a few things that I'd like to change about it. Number 1, I think that the bass guitar has an octave up double, and it might not be adding much, but just some presence. Altogether, my version just sounds a little bland. I think partially it needs to really be glued together with compression and with a little bit of distortion on the whole thing. I'm gonna do that really quickly. An octave up to the lead bass, interestingly enough. Alright, so I really spent a lot of time trying to get a good take of that lead line, and it was potentially not worth it. Let's see what we have here. Right, so this is just the high. This is just the bass. And we add the high part in. Right, so you don't really notice it if you don't know it's there, but it just adds a little bit of bite to that bass. And then the other thing that I want to do is just overall compress everything together, I think. We're going to try two different things, probably. And then I'm going to do a little mastering, right, just to bring the levels up, to glue everything together and get it to sound more like a cohesive whole. I want to do a little redux on the bells because they sound too nice. Like, I want them to sound like a little bit shitty. And then this guitar, there's too much distortion, I think. So there's something I didn't like about it. I'm happy with that, you know? It sounds pretty good. You know, captures the essence of the original. What did I learn from doing this? I would say number one, there's some kind of magic in the way that you can glue a song together and make it sound not like, you know, a combination of parts. Essentially sounds greater than the sum of its parts. But I think with compression, really, and dialing things in, you can make things sound not like they're like stacked on top of each other, but like they all exist in the same space. And that also is going to have to do with the recording process and really just creating a cohesive sound or bed of sounds that support each other and they're not fighting for the spotlight. Like, the background sounds are just there to lend a helping hand, basically, support the vibe, and they leave a ton of space for the lead to do what it does. And that's important because you don't want to bury it. Like, the lead is like what you come for, right? That's the hook. And you don't want anything to be conflicting with that. You just want it to be right up front, center stage for people to just, it's like, look at me. This is what you want to pay attention to right here. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but that was fun. Let me know what you want to hear next, because I'm curious. I'm open to suggestions. So thanks for watching.